who dwells in a little haven of the Doggie and Pussycat. The Doggie and the Pussycat ran around the park all morning. Suddenly, a wind picked up, and rain began to fall.
Hey, listen, Pussycat,
Said the Doggie.
you know we don't have a little heaven for our own yet? Every children has somewhere to hide from the rain. Soon enough, we'll be soaked to the bone.
It's true,
Replied the Pussycat.
but we do have a lovely home. I have some smoked mice there, and you have a bit of your favorite smelly cheese.
But heaven is something else.
Said the Doggie to the Pussycat.
There we could gather all our dirty little toys that we found in the dirt. And we'd have a place to hide if the children come running, so they won't be tugging our tails. We could even take a nap there when it rains like this.
Ah, yes, that sounds like a kind of heaven I'd like. Let's make the best little heaven in the whole world.
Said the Pussycat, brightening.
But
She added thoughtfully.
how could we even build such a heaven?
I've already thought about that.
The Doggie replied.
I remember there's some old sculpture by the Lake River, a lonely one that's been there ages. And nobody lives in it, not even a single sparrow.
Without the delay, the Doggie and the Pussycat ran straight to the sculpture. The Doggie sniffed all around it, and the Pussycat scratched it with her little paws to find the way inside.
That is it. Here's the entrance.
Laughed the cat.
Oh, it's wonderful, but our heaven still looks a bit shabby. We should decorate it like a Christmas tree or with something special.
I have just the thing.
Said the Doggie.
I'll add these old rags I've been saving. They have just the right scent.
Oh, goodness me. If that were all, I'd be playing somewhere else. Just look at all these lovely plants growing nearby. We should fill our heaven with them to make it warm and safe, so every hedgehog passing by would wish they would come in too.
You're right. Let's make it the best little heaven ever.
First, they gathered nettles, and then went to gather dandelions, mugwort, clover, plantain, and purslane.
We'll need something sturdier.
The Pussycat nodded, and fetched branches of birch, spruce, beech, maple, and apple. Gradually, their little haven was covered with so many plants it became nearly invisible under the greenery.
And let's add some chamomile too.
Said the Doggie, and placing it carefully.
And this lovely peppermint and a bit of horseradish.
Said the Pussycat.
No horseradish. I don't want that there.
Objected the Doggie.
Instead, let's add lavender. I do love lavender.
And so, they continue adding more plants.
I smell something lovely,
Poured the cat.
like the drink the children's grandmother make. So many plants. I can't even find the entrance anymore. If we're under this, no one will ever find us.
Certainly.
Said the Doggie.
Let's go inside.
When they stepped inside the sculpture, they marveled at the atmosphere. It felt like a cave. How do dogs and cats see in the dark, you wonder? Animals have remarkable talent. You see, unlike humans, they can find the beauty even in the darkness.
Oh, what a splendid cave!
Exclaimed the Pussycat.
Doggy, we must show this to the children and all the other animals.
But the children and animals are already cozy in their own shelters.
The doggy replied.
I'll tell you something. Let's paint the walls of our cave with the animals we want to invite here or tell stories about. What do you say?
That's wonderful,
Agreed the cat.
I'll paint a worm because I saw one when it started raining.
And I'll paint a chickadee that flew by the window this morning.
The doggy added.
I want to paint the squirrel that lives in the tree by our house,
Said the pussycat.
Oh yes, and I'll paint the mole we saw in the garden last week, right?
Said the doggy. Together, the doggy and the pussycat painted every animal they would ever see on the walls of the cave. They painted a hen with her chickens, a rabbit in the bushes, a black goose and a white goose, a little calf running around, and in the distance, a herd of deer. Even a small wild boar they would glimpse from the window at night.
I'll paint the gorilla I met on the streets,
The pussycat said.
And I saw a lion right in front of my nose.
Added the doggy.
Hey, you're fibbling. No lions live around here.
The pussycat teased.
Hey, what are you talking about? I only tell the truth. I even counted every hair in the lion's mane. It was a magnificent mane.
He boasted.
All right, in that case, I could say this.
Said the pussycat with a grin.
I had a chat with a zebra and an elephant on the rooftop.
Oh, come on. An elephant couldn't walk on a rooftop as you do. That's nonsense.
The doggy argued.
Ha! And here I'll paint a giraffe. We used to play in the mud together.
Seriously, how about this?
Replied the pussycat.
I've flown on the back of a dragon, mind you.
Look,
The doggy cried, suddenly surprised.
the worm is crawling out of the wall. It's moving. It's alive!
And indeed, it was true. You should have seen it. The animals they painted come to life one by one, stepping out of the cave walls. The worm, the chickadee, the squirrel, the mole, the hen with her chicks, the rabbit, the black goose and the white goose. And before long, even the calf was prancing around, deer were laughing about, the wild boar crouched low, the lion, the zebra grazing, the elephant buzzing, and the giraffe gnawing leaves.
Oh my!
Gasped the pussycat.
Look there! The dragon is flying!
As the dragon finally emerged from the wall and spread its wings wide, the cave inside the sculpture became so full that Doggy and the pussycat could scarcely stand.
Okay, that's enough,
Said the pussycat.
Let's head back to our home.
It's cheerful and cozy here, with everyone settled in their little den.
The doggy said.
I'm only missing my old blanket and the cable I left at home.
You know, Doggy, I've been thinking about my dried fish that's behind the cupboard.
Said the pussycat. And so it happened that the doggy and the pussycat left the statue and returned home. As they looked back at the sculpture and its newfound life, they saw the animals happily nestled inside. And when they arrived home, they fell sound asleep in their own little beds. So, I wish you good night too.